Yeah, this is Eddie from Pure Metal Effects in Hollywood, California. Today we're going to go ahead and do 4 steps on how to make your Air Hog X-Wing fighter fly better. Step 1, adding elevators to your upper wings. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up your X-Acto pen or a razor blade and you're going to cut from the trailing edge all the way down 3/4 of an inch. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to take whichever one you prefer. You're going to take it and you're going to bend it up like I'm doing here. And you're going to keep bending it up until you get a nice up position. The more you bend it, the higher the X-Wing fighter will fly. On this side here, you're going to make this side equal with this side on how much you bend it. Once again, the more you bend it, the higher it'll fly. Once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and you take your super glue, your hobby CA, or whatever you have picked up, but it has to be fast drying. And you're going to go ahead and put a little bit here and a little bit here. Once it's done, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your fingers, you're going to check the bend to make sure that it's nice and strong. If these aren't glued, what it tends to do is the foam tends to flex down and soften up on its own. And then your flight is going to either pitch to the right or pitch to the left. So you want to make sure that these are equal and that they're glued and they stay in position. Step 2, reinforce the upper wings. What you're going to do is you're going to take your X-Acto pen and you're going to run a cut from this area here right down the middle of the wing all the way down to the end. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the wing and flex it open with these 2 fingers from here all the way down. Just open up the crack a little bit. You're going to take a flat carbon spar like this that you can get at your local hobby stores, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to put it right up against the fuselage of the starship, and you're going to run it all the way down. Preferably one long piece that is exactly the length of the wing, not a small piece like this. You're going to run an exact size piece at the end and then cut it off before you install it. Then you're going to take hobby CA or super glue and you're going to put it over the top of it to seal it all the way to the end. But you must make sure that when you put the spar in there, it's flush with the wing. So you run your finger over it and it's flush, it's flat. Step 3, making thrust tubes for the ducted fans. Straight out the box, it really doesn't have much power and much lift. With these, it gives it a lot more thrust. You're going to take paper, a little bit longer than this, but this is just the demo piece. You're going to go ahead and you're going to take that piece and you're going to fold it over. Once you fold it over, you're going to go ahead and you're going to slide it into this foam and let it open up a little bit till you get the right diameter. Once you do that, you're going to pull it out with your fingers. You're going to pinch it on both ends. You're going to put a little bit of CA or super glue right there, or you can even use Scotch tape to hold it in place. Then you're going to slide it back in. Each one that you do on this is going to have to be equal. One cannot be longer than the other. They have to be equal on all 4. The top ones are just air flow. The bottom ones are the actual thrust tubes. So you want to make sure that they're equal. Once you've made your thrust tubes, like this, once again, you're going to use a little bit longer piece so you can get them a little bit bigger. I'm going to move it up here a little bit. Once you got this taped or glued or whatever to get the right diameter like I do here, you're going to go ahead and slide it in till it's equal length. Once you slide it in, you're going to go ahead and take your hobby CA or your super glue and you're going to go ahead and take the cap off there and you're going to run it along the edge here and blow on it so it seals it and locks it in place, but you're going to need to hold the tube to make sure that it's dry first. Once it's dry, you can go ahead and let it go and it'll be like this. It'll be nice and stiff and it'll be, there. Then you can go ahead and use whatever paint you would like to make it look scale to the plane, or you can just leave it. Step 4, making lightweight laser cannons for your wings. You do not want to use the plastic laser cannons that come in the box with the X-Wing fighter. Reason being, they're too heavy, they throw it off balance, and when you land, they break off. So what we have done here is we had taken bamboo skewers or wood skewers from your local grocery store, made the right length, as you can see here, and then we just cut it off right about there. You can use scissors, you can use a Dremel, you can use whatever you want. And then once you got all 4 the exact length that you want, you can go ahead and start gluing them on. Take a little bit of the Hobby CA or super glue if you don't have Hobby CA, and you're going to run it along the stick about that much. You're going to turn it around and you're going to go ahead and place it on the wing. Then you're going to hold it with your thumb or your index finger, whichever you choose. And if you have kicker, you can go ahead and spray it a little bit, hold it for a second, and then release it, and it sticks. It's chemically activated. Or just hold it with your finger, like I said the first time. Blow on it until it's kind of on there, and then just let it sit and dry. The next thing you can do, so you have a little tips for your laser cannons, is you can take either a hobby straw, or you can use like a Starbucks straw or McDonald's, whatever you choose. And you go ahead and you cut off a little piece about that big, as you can see here, and you just slide it over it. And then once again, you use a little bit of Hobby CA down in the hole of the straw as you're holding it, blow on it, or if you have kicker, once again, you spray a little kicker on there and it'll lock in place. Make sure you do not get any of the glues on your fingers when you're applying anything step 1, 2, 3, or 4, because if you do, you'll be glued onto your little project here and you're gonna have a heck of a time getting your fingers off. One last thing I want to tell you guys. Do not bend, flex, or cut these polycarbonate wings off that you can see there that are translucent. If you do that, you will lose the whole flight and characteristics of this aircraft in flight. What'll happen is as it takes off, the nose will drop and then come back up, nose will drop, come back up. In other words, it'll be porpoising. So what you want to do is never cut these. Thanks for watching.